Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about how to quickly create a gratitude journal to be able to sell on Amazon KDP. Now if you'd like to learn a little bit more about that, stick around to the end. My goal for this channel is to help you create your products as quickly as possible. To do this, I'll walk you through different strategies and techniques to be able to help you create your products. Products like video courses, ebooks, PLR products, as well as PowerPoint presentation tips. And we can't forget about AI tools. Now if that sounds interesting to you, how about you smash the like button as well as subscribe and also hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we upload more videos. Alright guys, let's go check it out. Now I haven't created a 𝗣𝗶𝗰𝘁𝘁𝗀𝗋 video in probably over a year by now. So I'm going to be showing you 𝗣𝗶𝗁𝘁𝗁. Now this is where I could do all of my low content stuff. Now I will talk about the fact that I do like you doing low content books because they are super easy to do. And there's very little time involved, which is what I really love about this. Now I will have a link for this down below, and if you use the product code, ProductCreationFormula, all one word, you'll be able to have that in the description box down below. Just click on that and you will get 20% off this particular product. Okay, so let's go and have a quick look at this. What it does is it gives you a whole bunch of different templates that you can use to be able to create things. Now, if you're, say for example, on the Pro version, you can then get access to the puzzles. Other than that, you can do a whole bunch of other things that you can do. For example, this is the puzzle area. You can do, for the puzzles, you can get crosswords, coloring pages, Sudoku, and various other things as well. But let's go and have a look at the pricing. Over here, for $9 a month or $9.99 a month, it's for the newbie plan. You don't get access to the puzzles on that one. However, for $19.99 a month, you do. You can get access to all of the research tools, as well as the templates, and also the puzzle creation tools as well. Now, I'm actually a lifetime member of this, and if you're having a yearly one, you can also go here to the yearly one and have a look at how much it is per year. Refresh the page. Okay, so for yearly, it's $199.99 a year or $200 a year. Or if you're doing the newbie one, that's $89.99 per year. That's good value as well. But if you want to use the puzzles, this is definitely worth it, I have to say, because there's various things you can do. The puzzles aren't just set puzzles. You can actually add to it, create more puzzles. You can, if you say, for example, have a word search, you can in fact create larger word searches by using a Excel file. So you've got all those options here. Now, let's go and have a quick look on the inside. Now, this is the inside of 𝗣𝗶𝗁𝘁𝗁. Now, it used to be that you'd have to go over here to be able to create your product. But now, over here, you go to the left-hand side, and you can go over here to where it says Research, which gives you all of the tools for your researching over here. So, for example, your tutorials, your products, your sellers, cloud, your book scout, your favorites, your keywords, KDP categories, 𝗕𝗶𝗁𝘁𝐴, which is actually a plugin you can put into the top of your browser, and also 𝗣𝗶𝗁𝘁𝗄𝗏. But today we're going to go over here to the research section, click on that, and hit Create. Now this gives you here 𝗣𝗶𝗁𝘁 Studio and 𝗣𝗶𝗁𝘁 Cover Creator. Today all we're going to be doing is looking at 𝗣𝗶𝗁𝘁 Studio. Now I'm going to quickly show you one that I've already created, and it's actually a gratitude journal. And I'll just quickly show you what that's like. Now what I've done was I've done a gratitude journal plus a place for a person to be able to draw if they want to as well. Now this will take a moment or two. I'm going to pause the video until it is finished uploading everything here. Okay, so when I first start off, I always start the first page with a blank page, and then I move on to the actual journal itself, which is right here. Now I can do this like here. It's got here. Let me just scroll in so you can have a closer look at what it looks like. You got your date, quote of the day. Today I'm grateful for. Here is what would make my day great. I am. You can be like happy or sad or whatever. Some amazing things that happened today. And go back down. I'm going to scroll down a little bit further. What I could have done to make today even better, and what made me smile today. Now, I want to show you something. This does come with a set template, And if you want to make it unique, I would highly suggest that you do that. I'm just going to change pages for 1 second and go back to here so that it recenters it. Okay, so what I've done here is I'm going to just delete that. And right here, there's also a white square. And this is what the actual template originally looks like. So it comes with those little images just there. And to avoid any kind of issues with Amazon KDP, I'd highly suggest that you either cover those up or you add another image to it. And you can do that by going over here, by clicking on this and shrinking that down to cover that entire image. Now I'm just going to grab that, drag that up to here, and I'm just going to make that white. Take that all the way up to here, and now it's hidden it. And I can do the same thing over here. Go here, drag that down to this section just here. Make sure it doesn't cover the actual lines, but it does cover the image. Click over the top of that. Now this is one I previously created, and it will always save the previously created ones. Once again, click on here and it covers it up, and you can just maneuver that to cover everything up. If you need to extend it out, you can do that as well. And now it's covered. And if you want to, you can now just choose a different image to put in here. So for example, you want to do butterflies. Let's have a look at a butterfly. Pop a butterfly there. You can put that in here, shrink that down. We'll put that up the top here. It's up to you how you want to do it. You might want to choose another butterfly and put that around about here where it was originally. And you now have it set up so that it looks like it's part of the same thing. Now if you want to be able to have that go across every single one of those images or every single one of those pages, you go over here to the left hand side where it says, where you see this left hand side panel, all these little thumbnails are, you right click on one of the thumbnails, especially the one you want to work with, and then you go clone this page. And in this particular case, because this is an even one and 2, this is number 2, we're going to be putting this on every even page. So what we're going to do is go select even, and what it's going to do is it's going to select every even page, and then all we have to do is, because that's the source file, what we have to do is go clone, and it will override all the other ones that you've got there, and it will create it. And in just a moment, I'll start from scratch and I'll show you how to create all of this. And as you go down, you can now see it has gone across to all of the pages that you had previously created. So let's go and have a look at how to start this. I'm going to start this with a new project. We're going to click on that. Now, you can choose the type of interior you're going to have. You're going to have a paperback cover and interior, or paperback cover, paperback interior. In this particular case, I like to keep the interior and the exterior completely separate, because when you're uploading it onto Amazon KDP, you really do need to have them separate. So I would highly suggest keep them separate in this particular case, because that's what you really need while creating this. So I'm just going to be doing paperback interior. You can also do hardcover, but most people don't buy hardcovers when it comes to this kind of thing. So I'm just going to go paperback interior. Now, I can change the name of this. I'm going to be making this 1 year journal, 1 year gratitude journal. Okay, so I can choose the sizing that I want. And I like them being fairly large because people like to write. But you can also make it a bit smaller, like maybe a 6x9 or something like that. And that's about the size of a novel if you want to make it that size. You can also choose the number of pages. In this particular case, I'm going to keep it at 370, but ordinarily speaking, it will start off at like 25 or something like that. And you can up it. Now, I like to also use the bleed. This way, it keeps the guidelines there. And you want to be able to have the guidelines so that you can see what's going on. So let's now go 1 year gratitude journal. Let's go create. And in just a moment, it's going to create this up. And it's going to create it as a blank page to start off with. Now, over here on the left-hand side, you do have your elements. You got this particular one here where you've got your various images and so forth. You've got text that you can add here. You also have here, you've got a place to add your own images. You can upload it from PDF, create a folder. You can also use Pixabay or Unsplash if you want to add extra images. for, say, for example, covers, you can do that as well. Over here, you've got your actual templates. Now, remembering I'm a lifetime member, and I also am on a Pro. So let's have a look at the Pro one. Now, the Pro one will give you a lot of these sort of things here. The Pro one gives you all of the puzzles. And when you use the puzzle ones, you can download a Excel file, and you can add extra words to it and add extra things to it, and then re-upload that back into the system so that it can create it using the new information you've given it. Now you can go to ChatGPT if you want to add more words to that particular topic. And it goes for all of these. Now I'm going to go to all. Actually, I might just go to the free. And the free version gives you all of this sort of stuff. Now, say for example, you're wanting to specifically look for something. I'm going to go gratitude. Okay, so this is for the gratitude journal. I'm going to click on that one. And as you can see, it's going to put it on the first one. I want to put it on the second one. In fact, I'm going to put this on all of them. So select all, but now I'm just going to click on this one. And so that it doesn't go on this one. I'm going to go continue. Now over here, Amazon KDP guidelines. This is what I want because I like to be able to keep what the guidelines are doing. Keep aspect ratio centered on work area or paper. Resize and fill whole work page area. I like it on this particular one because it keeps it within inside the bleed. Paper edge, well, I like to just keep it where it is, and it's usually 5 pixels by 5 pixels at the top, bottom, and also left and right. So let's go submit, and what it's going to do is in a few minutes time it's going to do a bit of a countdown through here, and as you can see it doesn't take too long, but I will pause the video. Oh no, I don't have to pause the video. It's now created it for me. Now, over here, as you can see, I've now got this is the main template. So I'm now going to go to this one, and I'm going to click on this one, and as you can see, it's over to the left, and this one should by rights be more to the right. Now the reason it's doing this is because when you upload it onto Amazon KDP, it's going to be on the left hand side of the page. It'll want to be more moved over to the left, so to make room for the spine of the book. And that's the whole point of that. So it does it moves it left and right, so it repositions it for you, so you don't have to worry about all that. That's the beauty of doing this. Okay, so let's change this up because you don't want to have something exactly the same as other people's books. So to do that, I'm going to go over here to the elements section, scroll down here, and I'm just going to change it. I'm going to change that over to, say, for example, a heart. But before I do that, let's go get the rectangle shape. I'm going to get rid of that heart so I don't need it. Get that rectangle shape, bring it over here, shrink it down so that it takes up that image. There we are. Now I'm going to grab another rectangle shape, and we're going to do the same thing down the bottom here. Make that a bit smaller, maybe a little bit longer. Drag that down to the bottom here so that it covers that up. Once again, all you need to do is go over here to this little square here, where the color is, click on that, drag that all the way up to white. Hit OK. So as you can see, we can expand that up if I need to. There we are. It's now covered everything up. Make sure that there's nothing showing just there. There we are. Okay. Same with this one. Just go over here, click on there, drag it all the way up here so that it's white. Hit OK. And then what we need to do is we can add another element here just to change it up a little bit. Make it look a bit different. It might be you want to create a cross, or you might want to add something else. You've got a whole bunch of different elements here. Now I will add that heart that I had before. I'm just going to add that there. I'm going to shrink that down and drag that up to that spot right there. Now, I might also choose another one. I might choose, say, for example, stars. Or maybe a diamond or something like that. I saw a diamond here earlier. That'll do. The diamond will do. I can now shrink that down so that it fits within the area that I wanted to. Grab hold of that and drag it into there. Now, if I want to, and I would highly suggest you do this if you're going to be making it color, that you can either make it black and white or you can change the color. If you're going to be making yours a colored image, you can change that to a different color. In this particular case, all I'm going to do is click on that, and I'm going to say, for example, make that orange. To do that, all I have to do is go over here and find the orange color I want. That will do. That's lovely, and I'm just going to grab hold of that hex code just there, click on that, or right click actually, and hit Control C. Just go Control C. Can't right click, it won't let you. Just hit Control C and that's it. Hit OK. And the same thing with this one. Click on that. Now go over here. It should also have it pre-saved for you, and you can click on that, and there you have it. Now, we've got that done. Give it a moment to think and save. And then right click over here and we can just clone this page. Once again, we don't want to be clicking on that, so we go over here to all pages. So we go select all, and of course we're going to click on this one because we don't want this one copying it onto there. And what I'm going to do now is go over here and go clone, and it's going to override over everything else. Click on that. And in just a minute, it's now going to clone everything here, and every page will be exactly the same. Now, another thing you can do is if, say, for example, you want to be able to have it that they can write on one page, and then on the next page, have it that they can, say, have a place to draw. Let's do that. Let's remove this image and just go delete. And by clicking on that image, delete. You can leave that there if you want to, or for consistency, or you can delete that as well. And I'm just going to delete all of that. I'm going to go back over here to the templates, which is the one with the maze. Click on that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go click on that, go to here, go back on there, and scroll down. Actually, that's right, scroll down until I find one which has got a square outline. That's the one I'm after. It's got two variants. Click on that, and I can choose this one or this one. To me, it doesn't really matter. They both look the same to me. I'm just going to go rectangular sketch. This one will do. And I'm going to have that one there. Click on that. In fact, what I'll do is I'll then go, I think that's odds. So I'm just going to go select odds. Click off this one. And then just go continue to options. Click on that. Just leave that as is because that's going to tell you the thickness of the line that's going around the page. And hit submit. And this will take a moment or two, so I will pause the video until it's finished. Okay, that usually takes less than a minute or so. Now, say for example you want to be able to do drawing. What we can do here now is go over here to this section here where it's got text. Click on that. And you can add a heading. So I'm just going to grab that heading, drag that up to the top here. Make sure you got that cross just there. Drag that to the center, up to here, and I'm just going to go drawing. Draw. To get that to go across, remembering that is now odds. Let's click on that. Let's now clone this page. Going over here, select odd, and get rid of that one. And then we now hit clone. And hit OK, and it's now going to add that draw to every second page. So what's happening is you've got where a person can write their thoughts down here, they can put down their gratitude, and then they can draw whatever they want if you want to do it this way. Now, I personally would prefer to just write every single day and write my gratitudes down, and because I find that that's more relevant to me, and that's how I would do it. But then that's just the type of thing I like to do. I like journaling, and when I write my journals down, when I write in my journals, I like writing. I don't like drawing because I'm a terrible drawer. But some people love drawing, so you can give them that option as well. You can also make this larger As in, you can also make this like longer. You can give it more pages if you want to. Say, for example, you want to double the size because you want to have one for every single day. So it'd be 365 days multiplied by 2, plus the cover, plus the front page, and any note pages you might want to give at the back. So that would be 700 and something pages that you want to be able to create. So this here is how you would create a journal. Now over here in the front page, let's go up here to the very top page, where I can drag that all the way to the top. Go over here. What I normally like to do in this particular section just here is I like to go over here and grab some text, go get a heading, take this heading up, making sure that you got the cross just there, take it up, see about here, give or take. Click on this. I like to double click on this so that it's, there we go. Make sure that it's completely covered. There we are. This book belongs to. Then all I need to do is go over here to the elements, grab the line, and drag that up. I can also use the upward arrow if I want to, and take it to there. Now if I want to, I can also shrink that down to make it a bit smaller, and then move it across using my arrow key so that it's more in the center. There we are. There we have it. This book belongs to, and essentially we're finished. Now I could also, I think I don't want to keep that in there. So in this particular case, I'm just going to go back to putting the gratitude journal in there. So all I have to do here is right click on, actually hit over here to this one. Go over here, gratitude, that'll do. Click on that. And of course we're going to be doing it on every odd page. So we click on that. We'll be doing it on every odd page. Get rid of that one. And then we can go down and go continue. And I'm going to keep all of that as is. And once again, it will only take less than a minute and it will create all of that. So I'm just going to pause the video until then. There we are. It didn't take long, only a few seconds after I paused it. And once again, all I have to do is click on that, copy that. Actually, what I'm going to do is click on both of those. By holding down the control key, click on that, or the shift key I should say. Click on both of those, copy that. Going down to here. Clicking on here, just go control V. It's now putting it in the right place. Move it over just a little bit. Do the same thing over here on this one. Holding down the shift key. Click on both of those elements. Go right click, hit copy, go back over here, wait for it to wake up, go control V. Now it may not be in the right place, you may just have to reposition it so that it is. That will do. Nope, not quite. Control, click on that shift, hit the shift key and that one there, and we're going to drag that over just a tiny bit more. There we are. That's covered it up. Right, drag that down just a little bit more. Bang, bang. Drag that down so that it's not covering over the top of the line. There we are. That's good. Now, once again, we're going to clone this page once it's finished thinking. And we're going to be doing every other page. So we right click, clone this page. Once again, odds. Get rid of that one and hit clone. Okay. And it is now gone across to every single one of those odd pages. And this is exactly how you want it. Now I've just been mucking around showing you the various different ways you can do it. And as you can see, it is now sitting perfectly the way I want it. If I want to, I can go down to the bottom here. And say, for example, it goes up to 370 pages, but I don't necessarily want 370 pages. I might want to have these pages at the end as note pages. Now, 365 days in a year is a general rule, so we can click on this one here. It's going to take a moment to think because it's still going through it all. And what we can do over here is we can right click on here and we can go clear this page. Hit OK. We can go over here to this one here. We can do the same on this one. We can just hit clear this page. Right click, clear this page. And I'm just going to take it up to 366 because remember I had that blank page at the front. We still want to have 365 days on the thing. So we need to take it up to 366 because I had that blank page at the front. Right click, clear that this page. Okay. Now I like to have little note pages here. Not sure if this one is one that I can click on or if this one here. No, this one here. There we are. All I have to do is right click on this one, clear this page. There we are. Now if I want to, I can put down here the word note. So go over here to text. On this page here, sorry. Hit text. Heading. Drag that up to the top. These are just little things I like to put in. Go note or notes. And I like to just click on that, copy it, go over here to this page here, Control V, do the same thing with this one, changes you made not save, cancel, okay, go hit save, go to this one, do the same thing, Control V, hit save, and do that for the last one. You might even just leave that one blank if you want to. It's up to you. And you hit save. So this is now all completely done. And it only took a few minutes. And that was practically no effort at all. Now I went over into a little bit more effort because I wanted to show you how you can make it unique to you. By making it the various colors, by changing the colors, unfortunately, because this is an image, you can't actually change the font, which is a shame. It would be lovely if you could change the font, because then it would make it even more unique. But saying that, you can make it unique by adding these little images here. If you want to, you could also put a little background image behind it, and then you can make it more transparent so that it becomes like a watermark. Say for example you want to be able to have this one here, go there, you can expand that up holding down the shift key to keep the aspect ratio, go down here, and let's say for example you want to have that, or maybe not all the way out there, you want to be keeping it within the bleed, so keeping it inside the bleed, go in there, hit the transparency, and you can make it very, very transparent down to say 1 or 2% or even 3%, just enough so people can see that there's an image there, but not something that's going to overwhelm the entire page. There we are. Hit OK. And you can do that sort of thing just to make it unique to you. There's lots of different things you can do. I'm going to delete that because I don't need that. But if you want to be able to do that, that's the sort of thing you can do to make it really unique. And this way, it's not going to get flagged by Amazon KDP because it is different to any other book that's out there because you're making it how you want it. Alright guys. Hey, if you got some value out of this video, how about you smash the like button as well as subscribe and also hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we upload more videos. Hey, while you're at it, why not consider sharing? And also leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of 𝗣𝗶𝗰𝘁. Also too, to let you know, right here is a playlist of all of the Amazon KDP videos I've ever created. Also too, if you have a look over here on the right hand side of the screen, you're going to see an image of my head. Now if you click on that, you'll be able to subscribe. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.